Hey, Mini Toads, you ready to learn more from yours truly?
My name is Luigi X Ross.
And today, I'm going to be playing Spongebob Season 1 Reviewed.
Apparently that's a game.
Yeah, apparently. Now let's play. Ooh, interesting graphics. Let's read the dialogue. It says, Episode 1A, Help Wanted. SpongeBob gets a job. Okay, yeah, this isn't a video game. I should stop this overly long joke. Fun fact, this is the first episode of SpongeBob.
But you probably could have guessed that.
My favorite part is Patrick. He's a pretty nice, chill, mundane guy.
Who says, "Who's the yellow cube with holes?"
Who is the yellow cube with holes?
It's SpongeBob.
And is he good?
Hey.
Also, there's a weird circle thing that I accidentally left near the dollar.
So this episode is pretty great. Nice intro. They introduce a store and a lot of the main characters.
This is a pretty good first episode.
No, it's a great first episode.
In episode 1B, Reefblower. A pesky leaf messes with SpongeBob. He keeps on complaining to me about how I said leaf, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Squidward lives. Also,
Or it introduces that Squidward lives there. It shows that place, but yeah. Anyway, my favorite part is the concept of Squidward. Hi! My favorite part is the concept of Squidward pushing this into SpongeBob's. I didn't really like that ending though. You'll notice that the ending I don't like a lot. Is this episode
still
only
good despite not having any volume or just like going back and forth? Yes.
It's a great episode. And a pretty memorable one at that. It's also the first 4-minute. Episode 1C, Tea at the Tree Dome. SpongeBob goes to Sandy for tea, but there's no water. Fun fact, this episode applies logic to
SpongeBob. 2 new friends, says Sandy, and SpongeBob is dry. I got another fun fact for you guys. I once saw this episode without seeing Help Wanted or Reefblower.
Huh, that's interesting.
So
tell us more.
So in this episode introduces
Okay,
Sandy
thank you for your time. This episode introduces Sandy and the karate and stuff like that.
And like there's a bit of elaborate scheme.
It's a great episode.
There's funny stuff with Patrick. And it's a great episode.
It's a pretty funny episode at that. Episode 2A, Bubble Stand. SpongeBob makes a bubble stand. Fun fact. This introduces SpongeBob's love for bubbles. My favorite part is the technique. My favorite part... Oh, wait, no. I already said that. The quote is, bring it around town. This episode make me want to bring it around town, or do I want to pop it? It's a great episode.
So, this episode also has Squidward in it, getting, like, annoyed by all the bubbles, and, like, once they blow an elephant into his house, which I don't really like, and then the ending where they... Wait, this isn't that episode, is it?
It's not.
No, I think there is a similar one where they...
Where the ending is, they blow a bubble. No, that's Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost you're thinking about.
No, I'm pretty sure they blow a bubble that ends up, like, Squidward blows a gigantic bubble that goes away and then it comes back and takes up the whole house.
Well, yeah, that's this episode. I thought you meant something else.
Like, he, like, was blowing it and then he played the clarinet and they actually liked it. Also, I'm sure this is the first
that's a pretty nice thing.
Clarinet in it.
Anyway, like we already said, it's a great episode. And we really like it. It's a pretty good one. Episode 2B, Red Pants. Also, we'll have the letter next to it, lowercase, in Season 2 reviewed. Anyway, SpongeBob rips his pants. Fun fact, SpongeBob is weak. My favorite part is the song.
Me too. And it like the fool who ripped his
I'm surprised that that song isn't talked about more, actually.
It's true, says Sandy. Apparently.
Is this episode apparent that it's a great episode?
Yes, it is, but...
Or is it rip up my heart?
So, this also introduces, Larry the Lobster, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's funny how it kind of reintroduces, like, in Help Wanted, there was a scene where SpongeBob had an exercise room and lifted up, like, 2 stuffed animals on the metal.
Yeah, this isn't the first episode that shows SpongeBob being weak. Anyway. Ahem. Episode 3B. Wait, alright, fine. Episode 3A. Jellyfishing.
Patrick accidentally hurt Squidward.
Yeah, I don't like it when you interrupt me. Anyway, fun fact. This tortures Squidward.
First Squidward torture episode.
My favorite part is Squidward not being too jerky. And if that... I know. But if that's my favorite part and I don't think that he deserves the torture, clearly, this is WAS 1. That means worst of season 1.
So yes, Patrick says to firmly grasp. So what happens is
Patrick says to firmly grasp it in your hand, but then he keeps on saying firmly grasp it as he tries.
He really can't hold it, and then he shoves it into his hand.
Even if he was being jerky, it wouldn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Right? Even if he was being jerky.
Like, so bad. Like, so what happens at the beginning is, Squidward is, like, just doing stuff while, SpongeBob and Patrick are jellyfishing. Then he gets stung by a jellyfish. And then they take him jellyfishing.
Because that definitely doesn't sound reasonable to not want to go jellyfishing. But yeah, this is terrible. Anyway, episode 3B. Plankton. Plankton tries to take the formula.
The highlight is, of course, Plankton. And fun fact, Plankton has a really funny CD with the ABCs.
Actually, that was pretty close to being number 1, but I wanted to be different from Pie Guy Rules.
Yeah.
Because that was already his highlight.
And now you know your
ABCs.
So, Plankton, so what he does is...
He takes over SpongeBob.
Like, so it starts off with him trying to steal a Krabby Patty.
And then he tries to take over SpongeBob for the Krabby Patty.
And then when,
and then he succeeds.
Krusty Krab, he, like,
and that
drops the, he was about to drop that Krabby Patty, but then Plankton jumps for it and misses and lands into the materialization error. Also, this also introduces Karen, but doesn't really give her a personality.
Yeah, she's just the stereotypical computer.
And it's funny. Plankton, 1% evil, 99% hot gas. Now, does that make it funny? Yes, it does.
It's a great episode. And I'm glad to see Plankton. He's a pretty nice villain. Like, just kind of, you know, and this was the part where I popped up, no, I don't, and my Kirby Reviews video.
Episode 4A, Naughty Nautical
Neighbors. SpongeBob and Patrick get into a feud because of Squidward. Fun fact, Squidward is a jerk.
Yes, this episode, I'd say he is more of a jerk than Jellyfishing, and kind of deserves what happens at the end with Squidward's house being destroyed. What happens is SpongeBob and Patrick are speaking into bubbles.
And then Squidward makes his own where he pretends to be SpongeBob or Patrick.
And then there's some scenes where they were both So then Squidward ruins their friendship, and then they try to become friends with Squidward, and SpongeBob even picks up a cello, I believe.
Yeah, maybe.
So the highlight is the soda gag when Squidward was trying to get them two together. It was funny because like he kept on like pouring it after they finished, and then more.
And then Squidward's like, Patrick, yours is already full.
So they like then, like, they're upset. They're, like, all fat with soda, and then they explore Squidward's house. But does that ruin it for being a great episode?
Well, yes. It's only good.
Kind of.
It's like half fizzy, like I said in my video. Episode 4B, Boating School. SpongeBob cheats on his boating exam.
Say that for once. Fun fact, this introduces the My Leg gag, which is an ongoing gag that has actually returned in most previous things.
My favorite part was SpongeBob cheating.
And he says, "I'm cheating." So
I'm cheating. No, you don't get it. I'm cheating.
So Patrick, so it starts off with
the slowest moving song in SpongeBob.
It starts off with SpongeBob trying to do it, and then he fails. I believe he even throws away his unicycle at the beginning.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's so confident.
So then he tries
Also, this is the first episode with Mrs. Puff.
Yeah.
So then he is wondering what to do, and then Patrick is at his house, and I think he shoves a walkie-talkie in SpongeBob's head for some reason.
And then he has a cowboy hat.
And it's his idea to have cheating, and it's funny because he was going to floor.
This is going to be one long video.
Hey, you know how long Pie Guy Rules his videos are?
Yeah, but his season 1 review was only like 45 minutes. Yes, it was. Go look at the length yourself.
Okay then, fine. Plus, I thought you were gonna edit some parts out.
Anyway.
Is this cheated from being a good episode?
Of course not. Of course not. Anyway, episode 5A. Pizza delivery. SpongeBob and Squidward deliver a pizza. I put the mic near my face for some reason.
The Krusty Krab doesn't have pizza until this episode, and never after this episode. This is the only episode that the Krusty Krab has pizza.
My favorite part is Squidward learning his lesson about how he should treat SpongeBob.
Yep.
It's a pretty nice thing.
And then he says at one point, "This one's on me."
As he shoves it in the customer's face. That feels very satisfying.
And then
is this episode a pretty... What?
Then there's a pretty long thing where the entirety of the episode is them getting lost. And then finding the place eventually. And then there's the funny Moss joke where, like, it shows Bikini Bottom, like, where SpongeBob was about to head, but then Squidward said to go the other direction.
Yep.
But does it keep it from... But does this splat in your face to be a good episode?
It's a great episode. It's not a good sign if we already have to stretch these. Episode 5B.
I cannot read that highlight. Oh, I think it's...
Highlight. Squidward pretending to be sad.
SpongeBob losing
Some people can probably read that.
So, fun fact, Squidward wishes that SpongeBob would move away.
Anyway, boo.
Fun fact, in my opinion, should have been
that
this is the first episode to have SpongeBob's parents in it. Yippee, yippee.
That's the quote. Does this episode make me cry while watching it?
And then there's a kind of funny joke where SpongeBob plants a seed and then it grows the entire pineapple on Squidward.
And no one really seems to care about that.
Squidward is now permanently stuck in the underneath SpongeBob's pineapple.
Oh, great! So apparently he's so much of a jerk that he deserves to suffocate. Yay!
It wasn't even that much of a joke. And then, like, after the boo-hoo, boo-hoo, yippee, yippee, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, Patrick's like, geez, this really seems to be taking a toll on him.
But it's a pretty great episode. Episode 6A, Man Barnacle Boy. SpongeBob and Patrick annoy their heroes. In fact, this introduces the old superheroes concept to SpongeBob.
The highlight is definitely the fight where Man and Barnacle Boy try to attack SpongeBob and Patrick, but it doesn't work. And then there are some funny schemes, including the one where SpongeBob was trying to go into it, and then there was some marriage jokes apparently, and then he said, "You may kiss the bride."
Right now I'm tiptoeing my fingers over to the down key.
Yeah, so Man Barnacle Boy is pretty funny and is definitely a great episode.
I already put that up. Episode 6B, Pickles. After messing up in order, SpongeBob can't do anything right. I will always not like this episode.
SpongeBob
it's terrible.
A lot in this episode.
But boy, does he deserve all of the torture he gets? Of course not.
And this also introduces Bubble Bass, which is actually a character we've been seeing a lot recently. One of the funniest quotes was, "And there's my car keys," which is one of the background fish. Like at the end when it reveals that that Bubble Bass had the pickle on the bottom of his tongue. So,
that just sounds so SpongeBob.
And then he said, "And there's the pickles from last time." And he says, "And there's my car keys."
And then he's like, and there's my ride.
Then he leaves. So the entirety of the episode is just SpongeBob not doing anything right, and then...
So it's also boring.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely what this needed. Episode 7A, Hall Monitor. SpongeBob becomes Hall Monitor.
And apparently has never been one before this episode.
Well, that's a pretty weird way to portray the fun fact. Wait, my favorite part was Patrick saying, "Let's get home before it gets dark." That was
funny,
the quote.
He's like, "SpongeBob, I don't want to be. Let's get out of here before it gets." And then it turns to nighttime. He's like,
"You said let's go home" on the quote.
I know, but it wasn't. It's an approximation. He said something like that.
Anyway, this episode
is SpongeBob doing different schemes, and then half the episode is Patrick seeing SpongeBob and SpongeBob not knowing that Patrick is talking about him when he is describing the maniac. Also, there was a funny thing when there was an open window and he said that there could be like robbers or something, so he becomes the robber.
The open window maniac. Boo! Boo! It's a great episode. Episode 7B, Jellyfish Jam. SpongeBob gets invaded by jellyfish. Fun fact, I got reminded of a future episode from my description.
"Can't you play your clarinet a little better?" says SpongeBob. Which a lot of people would probably agree, but not us, because we actually like Squidward's clarinet, except for some parts where he does play some sour notes.
What? Except for some people. I'm looking at you, Pie Guy Rules.
So, SpongeBob does the jellyfishes at Jellyfish Fields, then goes home, and then the jellyfish decides... No, wait, I believe he decides to keep one as a pet. And then there was this funny joke when he told him to do stuff, and then he said, "Play dead!" And then it showed a rip in the sand, and then it came out. So yeah, so the part that's bad is definitely, like, the conflict is definitely the jellyfish just want to keep on partying. So, like, and then all of the attempts fail except for one, which I forget what it was.
Anyway.
Is this jamming? Yes.
Wait, did I forget to put a transition there? You tapped it too hard.
Yeah.
Episode 8A, Sandy's Rocket. SpongeBob and Patrick go into Sandy's rocket. What would I describe this episode as?
Well, fun fact, this is the first time that Sandy is a scientist. And,
this episode is
the lights on the computer. And so
They have very flashy.
Yeah, so what it is half the episode is them going into the rocket, and then they fly in space, miss the moon, and then come back down and think they're on the moon, and think that every Bikini Bottom resident is an alien. One part that
I find that pretty frustrating instead of funny.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. I did like the part where they thought each other were aliens. Patrick said, "It's not you that's got me, it's me that's got me." That part was pretty funny, but...
Is this episode funny? Not really. I was trying to say this the whole time. But this episode is okay. That's actually how I describe the plot of this episode. The plot is okay, the comedy is okay, and the blending together is okay. Anyway, episode 8B, Squeaky Boots. Wonder gets a pair of squeaky boots.
You hear the squeaking up at the chair? Imagine that like 3 times more annoying.
Yeah, these boots are very annoying.
So, apparently the highlight is the boots, though. And
well, it's only the boots because that's the only thing I can remember.
So what it was is SpongeBob was squeaking the boots and Mr. Krabs was getting annoyed, so he eventually fried him and ate him. And then there's this long scene with a bunch of squeaking instead of sound effects.
Squeak.
I would have put the fun fact as
this
is actually the first episode to have Pearl in it.
Yeah, I guess.
His daughter. I thought it would have been a bit more of like the dolphin.
So I guess my fun fact for a different episode is wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
Guess it's the 3rd appearance. Anyway, it's only okay because the only joke that this episode likes to tell is jokes about the boots. And the jokes have to be funny in order for me to be interested, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Episode 9A, Nature Pants. SpongeBob goes wild.
So what happens is SpongeBob sees the jellyfish and wants to become one, so he tries to leave the jellyfish.
Fact, SpongeBob has problems.
He does. The highlight is definitely when Patrick and Sandy were having the pretend picnic.
And then Patrick was reading the actions.
Yeah, he said,
Take bite.
Grab one. Take bite.
No, I can't take bite. SpongeBob, come back.
Then Patrick tries to catch SpongeBob. Also, there's a lot of SpongeBob being stung by jellyfish. This episode is, I believe, the first episode to have I give him 11 minutes from Squidward. Like, 11... Squidward will constantly reference the length of the episode, which is 11 minutes, approximately.
Yeah,
So
or the show.
Well, it's pretty funny. I give him 11 minutes. And he throws away whatever gift that SpongeBob gave him.
Yeah, just like Sandy did. Is this episode make me want to throw it? Or is it great?
You need to stop with these analogies.
It's a great episode. And a pretty memorable and interesting one, too. Actually, I wouldn't really call it memorable, but it's interesting. So, 9B, opposite day. Squidward fakes ads opposite day. Terrible! This is my brother's least favorite episode of this season.
Yes.
After an argument, we were originally not even gonna do this together.
Yeah. So everyone is Squidward, is apparently the highlight. Opposite day is kind of a real day. Sometimes, like, kids just say that today is opposite day. It's pretty weird.
They keep on changing what day is opposite day, though. Sometimes it's Wednesday, sometimes it's Thursday, sometimes it's Friday, sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday. Funny, right?
Yes, but, this is the first episode of at least 3 that I can remember off the top of my head that Squidward tries to move out in, and I don't like it. especially when they start pretending to be Squidward. I liked it more when SpongeBob was being mean to Patrick, because that's the opposite of what he does.
I didn't like that part.
I thought it was kind of funny. Or maybe SpongeBob disassembling.
Mainly because Patrick started crying.
Yeah, I just really
SpongeBob,
do not like opposite day.
SpongeBob doesn't like me anymore. I hate it when episodes do that. Episode 10A, Culture Shock. Squidward hosts a talent show.
Squidward, no matter what everybody say.
You interrupted me.
Okay, well,
Fun fact, SpongeBob is loved by all.
Let's host the talent show, says Squidward. So what happens is, that's exactly what happens. Squidward has a host a talent show. But the finishing act, him, nobody liked for some reason. And then SpongeBob goes and cleans.
Then everyone likes him.
And then even when Squidward starts cleaning, nobody likes that. Probably because he was copying SpongeBob or whatever. So then...
But if that's the case, then how come it's still funny when SpongeBob does it?
Yeah. When he, just cleans the tomato.
And then Squidward gets sad as SpongeBob wins, which drags this down for any possibilities of it having anything over an okay. What, you thought we were gonna rate this a terrible?
Nah, it's not as bad as some Squidward torture episodes.
Mainly jellyfishing. Episode 10B, Fun, or F-U-N. SpongeBob befriends Plankton. I almost said pretends Plankton. Fun fact, SpongeBob is nice. Highlight is the song.
No, not really, because this episode is
great. Dun.
Let's talk a bit more about it, though.
Ah!
So, yeah, Fun is a pretty fun episode. Plankton is pretty funny, like pretending that he likes SpongeBob, and this is the first real bit that we hear Karen talk.
Yeah.
Besides, her being just hooked up to the machine.
Right.
So yeah, the fun song makes up a big portion of it. It's pretty funny. So yeah.
Episode 11A, Muscle Bob Buff Pants. SpongeBob gets fake muscles. Fun fact, SpongeBob is seen actually buff for like 15 seconds. That's an approximate time.
Yeah, so highlight is the hairy feature for the ladies on the muscles.
Yeah, and for the ladies, hairy.
So what this is another Sandy. This is a lot like Ripped Pants in that SpongeBob isn't strong, but this one he pretends to be strong. And it has a lot of Sandy and Larry being strong.
And it also has Larry. Yeah, apparently. And SpongeBob is oh wait, no, my bad.
And so this episode is pretty much the only one that has the juice bar.
Yeah, although it's the thing that you can get in SpongeBob Moves In. Oh, hey, and while we're on the topic of SpongeBob video games, you probably already know that I like SpongeBob Yellow Adventure.
Yes, you do.
Anyway.
This episode is kind of funny.
Wait, did I say Yellow Adventure? It's only okay because...
It's kind of lacking.
Yeah, to be honest, there's not much that I can really say I remembered or it stuck out from the other ones. That's actually a big problem with pre-movie SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is weak. They already used that in Ripped Pants. So
and we'll probably have a little thing where it pops up Ripped Pants like Pie Guy Rules does.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna take a screenshot of some of these episodes.
They ripped off that episode.
Episode 11B, Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost! Squidward dresses up as a ghost!
Except it wasn't really, because he comes out of the shower all white and
Fun
stuff. Yeah, he's in his
fact,
bathrobe.
this is Peggy Rules' first episode rated after a good.
Stop.
Highlight.
Highlight the say that again scene. Hey Patrick, say that again. That again.
No, the thing before. No, the thing before.
Not the other, the one.
No, the other one. The one at the. Never mind. I have an idea.
No.
Never mind. I have an idea.
But, Squidward does get tortured, especially near the end, like what you're contemplating in bubble stand. Squidward gets sent up to the heavens in a bubble. They were saying he'll be just fine. Then there are a couple of death jokes.
Oh wait,
There's a
I didn't
funeral.
actually realize that now the thing next to the letters is lowercase, or next to the numbers. I wasn't paying attention enough to that.
Wow. So is this episode unfriendly?
Heck yes.
It's a terrible episode.
Episode 12A, The Chaperone. SpongeBob takes Pearl to a prom. Fun fact, SpongeBob is a technician.
And fun fact, the picture used down there is not actually from this episode.
Yeah, that's from a future episode.
So,
It's called No Weenies.
So the highlight is them doing the SpongeBob. The sponge.
If you heard me, well, then congratulations. You get an internet pat on the back.
He had his computer. They love us, says SpongeBob and Pearl. This is the first episode that Pearl's really in a big plot.
Which I gotta say, actually works pretty well.
Especially
I don't
since
care what Pie Guy Rules says about this one being a meh.
I like it. It's pretty great. And it's kind of weird how it turns out that it's the dummy that was at the end, right?
Right, but hey, it's SpongeBob.
So can't really care.
Expect much. Anyway, episode 12B, Employee of the Month. SpongeBob and Squidward compete to be Employee of the Month. Ow, the back of my eye hurts.
Fun fact, SpongeBob has been
EOTM, Employee of the Month.
for 43 times.
I recounted and it's only 42 actually. But
No
yeah.
matter what he says about there being 21 or whatever.
26.
26.
It's actually 42.
So it's more efficient to clean tables this way, except he said dishes.
Oh.
So the highlight is definitely the fight. Oh, I like how suddenly one, unlike Pickles, Squidward can actually cook Krabby Patties. And
in a good way too.
It,
Actually, it's a running gag in this show that Squidward can't cook Krabby Patties correctly, so.
It's a nice montage of scenes of Squidward apparently caring about Employee of the Month suddenly.
Why?
I really cared. This episode doesn't really do a good job explaining it, but it's still a great episode.
Yeah, it's just a back and forth episode, so both of the characters are really on even grounds.
Yeah.
Episode 13A. Scaredy Pants. Oh, I already did that gag.
Yes, SpongeBob gets scared out of tail. But that SpongeBob is scared pretty easily, and I believe this is the first episode with the Flying Dutchman.
My favorite part is the quote of SpongeBob saying that that's his brain.
Yeah, so what happens is SpongeBob is scared at a tail, so he pretends to be the Flying Dutchman. But then he, like down there, he's a square, so Patrick does something which is shave all of the sponginess to make it circular, so then he pretends to be the Flying Dutchman, I believe. And then the real Flying Dutchman comes in and tries to scare them, and then when he takes off the sheets, he gets scared of SpongeBob's brain being exposed. Also, was this released around Halloween?
Probably. It is a Halloween special.
It's a great episode.
It's a great episode. Episode 13B. I was a teenage Gary. SpongeBob gets turned into a snail. This is Pie Guy Rules' only Spongebob of the season.
And
Clever pun, by the way.
so, meow, says SpongeBob at one point. Highlight.
Nothing's wrong with me. Ow.
So, yes, what happens is Scary has some kind of disease or something.
So, or not a disease. Squidward doesn't feed him, so that goes into the fun fact of him being careless.
So, yeah, he doesn't feed him, which apparently makes him ravenous and able to turn others into snails.
No, that's the shots.
Oh. Oh, wait, they take shots too?
No, Squidward accidentally stabbed SpongeBob with the shots.
Does Gary accidentally stab Squidward?
Well, Squidward does get stabbed in the end. Anyway.
So, and then there's a scene at the end where they meow. And
that is actually kind of disturbing.
And especially since Patrick comes and throws a boot. And of course, it has to hit Squidward. This episode is terrible.
Although, it's definitely not as bad as people say it is.
It's definitely not as bad as,
say, jellyfishing. Anyway, episode 14A.
SB129. SpongeBob gets frozen. No, Squidward gets frozen to the future. So, apparently the highlight is a Shredder Room joke. I did not like the Shredder Room joke.
I thought you were the one that told me to put the highlight there.
Really?
You were the one that told me to put it there. So why would you suddenly be complaining about it?
I don't know. But, fun fact, apparently this episode has a lot of YouTube poops of it.
I don't watch YouTube poops.
So, in this episode, like, Squidward accidentally gets frozen in the freezer and eventually gets to future! While doing crunches for some reason.
Future. Why does he do crunches? I don't know.
So then he goes into the time machine, goes to a caveman-like area where he teaches SpongeBob or SpongeBob's relative how to jellyfish. Then he goes to this place where he says that he's alone. And then when he says alone, then there's a lot of voices that say alone. It's kind of weird.
Alone. This is a pretty, what do you call it? Oh yeah, great episode.
I would call it a good, but...
Episode 14B, Karate Choppers. Sandy does karate with SpongeBob.
Karate, as they say.
Karate.
So, I think it's funny that they do make sandwiches from doing karate. And karate is something that is often used as plots. Although the last time we saw it was, squid defense, right?
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. No, Fuzzy Acorns is one was in season 8.
Okay, so, so I actually take karate. So, and the part where he says, "I'm stupid, I take karate," isn't actually offensive to me. It's just pretty funny. And like, so what happens is SpongeBob is karate chopping, thinking that everybody might be Sandy. So
and then
Sandy's doing so then Mr. Krabs says if SpongeBob does any more karate, then he's gonna get fired. And then Sandy was doing karate as soon as he stepped out. And then
Sandy
and SpongeBob was.
I mean, I can't even forgive her for that. That's just jerky.
And SpongeBob was trying to tell her that he's like, no.
I'm not falling for it, Sandy.
And I'm pretty sure
I don't even accept her apology.
But it's
still a pretty great episode, though. Sandy doesn't ruin it. Episode 15A, Sleepy Time. SpongeBob goes into people's dreams. This one is forgettable. That's how I describe it. Forgettable. So that leads it to an okay episode. Yeah. I keep on, like, in both of the videos that I made on both of my channels, I keep on mistaking it that I'm gonna call it a great episode, but this time I was prepared.
Yep. So Mr. Krabs' dream is pretty funny. Like, he gets the money out of the water, and then SpongeBob just throws it back in. I think it's pretty funny also how he invades Mrs. Puff's dream or wait, isn't he driving in his dream? Yeah, and I like how he goes into Pearl's dream before Mr. Krabs' dream. That's funny, but since it's unmemorable, it's only okay.
Episode 15B, Sides. SpongeBob gets sick.
Highlight is definitely Patrick's punishment. Because Patrick was a pretty jerk. And Sponge, this is the first episode that takes.
What did you just call him? A pretty jerk? That's what I heard. He's a pretty jerk. Why is he pretty?
SpongeBob is super absorbent, which they take advantage of the fact that he's a sponge in this episode. So what happens is he leaves his fridge open.
And then?
He gets sick, and then Patrick tries to fix it, but he's not a doctor, so he fails. And then SpongeBob washes stuff when he gets to the doctor, then gets a giant lollipop, which makes Patrick pretend that he has the suds, and then he's washed with a ton of he washes a cactus, for example.
Yeah,
Patrick
cacti really don't seem funny to me, especially in Teen Titans Go,
Great episode.
where Robin had to kiss the cactus, and then Raven kept on poking him with it well, we'll have to make a cut. No, wait, I like to do this more. Episode 16A, Valentine's Day. Patrick gets jealous on Valentine's Day.
I have 2 fun facts for you. One is that SpongeBob, who's that? SpongeBob! Who's SpongeBob? Is a good friend. And also, I had to rewatch this episode recently because I forgot what it was. But when I rewatched it, I recognized it. Highlight is her resolution.
But,
I think.
Unfortunately, if you don't rewatch it, you'll probably have forgot about this.
Yes, it's pretty funny.
I didn't really like it that much either. I didn't like Patrick in the episode. I found him pretty annoying.
It's pretty funny that, after the handshake, though, Patrick was just staring at the screen for all this stuff.
Mm.
And then when he went crazy, it was pretty funny.
Continuing on with the story, it continues with Patrick getting angry, and then the Valentine's thing is fixed. End of story.
SpongeBob was going to make it like a chocolate water.
Yeah, the story basically just ends there. It's only okay because of how.
I will not turn around for anything. And Sandy's like, "Hi, Patrick," and he's like, "Oh, hey, Sandy."
That was funny. Anyway, episode 16B, the paper. Squidward can't find out how a paper can fuel your imagination. Now, this YouTuber did a top 25 worst SpongeBob episodes, and they put this one on as one of the 2 bad pre-movie SpongeBob episodes. The other one, of course, being on was stupid, because of course everyone hates that episode the most, because of Dumped isn't bad at all. Yeah, it gets stale and repetitive hearing people talk about how bad I was stupid is.
Not very memorable.
What, this episode?
Yeah, I don't really remember it.
Yeah, to be honest, when I was rating this, to be honest, I probably should have thought more.
It's just a paper, says Squidward.
Fun fact, I'm not sure if Squidward actually said that.
So, yeah. This is actually very similar to a later episode.
Now, I rated this one a great episode, but...
It's only okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I would probably re-rate it an okay. I'd probably also re-rate Sleepy Time to a great, so the chart would be basically the same.
Yep.
Anyway, episode 17A. Arrgh! SpongeBob gets forced into a pirate adventure, matey! Fun fact! Mr. Krabs can get obsessed over pirate things!
Pretty sure this is actually
I wonder why, matey!
I'm pretty sure this is actually the first episode where Mr. Krabs is obsessed over something that's related to pirates.
I wonder why Mr. Krabs is obsessed over pirate things, matey.
So
My favorite part is them saying "arg."
So what happens is they're playing. SpongeBob and Patrick are playing a pirate video game. No, not video game. Board game.
A pirate video game.
Come
on, get out your Super Nintendo controllers. Oh wait, no, it's not that old. Get out your N64 controllers. And let's play Pirate Game 64. Bring.
So,
It's
yeah,
me, a pirate game. Funny stuff.
So ARG it's pretty memorable. It also has the Flying Dutchman in it.
And of course, it also has funny Spongebob and likable Patrick. And Mr. Krabs is a jerk, but he's portrayed as a jerk. And gets punished in the end. So no one's really that jerky except for Mr. Krabs, but he's treated like it. What other rating is there really for this episode besides great?
Yeah.
Episode 17B, Rock Bottom. SpongeBob gets stuck in a strange town. This is probably one of the most memorable episodes of these seasons.
It says I'm 159, but I think it was 300 something. It was when SpongeBob...
It was 329.
So, it was when SpongeBob was in line trying to stay there.
Yeah, fun fact, SpongeBob has a grandfather that gives weird advice, like, never chase the bus, especially if it's at a 90-degree angle.
Highlight is definitely Rock Bottom. Also, fun fact, actually, no, wait, this is the second episode to feature Glove World. Right? Yeah, because Valentine's Day.
Huh, yeah, that's true.
This is the episode that reference to it as this, and it has an unfortunate sequence in season 10.
Yeah, it's on the episode Out of the Picture, which you must know that we hate that episode. Because it's basically like Demolition Doofus from season 8. It's actually Demolition Doofus, except with different characters. And people like it more for some reason.
So,
anyway, it's a great episode and pretty memorable.
And I thought it was funny how Patrick got stuck in Rock Bottom later. I also like how there was that one guy who didn't do the thing.
Yeah, anyway, episode 18A. Texas. Sandy gets sick. I'm just kidding. She gets homesick.
Fun fact.
Sandy used to live in Texas.
Which is where we live. That's not revealing our location. The genius joke was pretty funny.
Wait, what do you mean?
Where?
What did you say?
Texas.
Well, you said that we live in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought you said that we didn't after that. Anyway, since we do live in Texas, this episode's jokes just feel like they're insulting Texas.
I thought it was pretty funny. Like, whoa, stupid. No, I'm Texas. What's the difference?
However, sometimes these Texas jokes could be pretty mean.
I like the ending where it turns out like that everybody came together.
Yeah. And this is only okay because of the unnecessary insults to Texas. Yeah, I forgot to put a transition there. My episode 18B, Walking Small. Plankton teaches SpongeBob to be assertive.
So apparently,
wink, wink, nudge, nudge, chomp, chomp.
This Texas and Walking Small
is the most aired pre-movies. I say pre-movies because there's 2 movies set.
But
he says pre-movie, but I say pre-movies because, well, there's 2 movies. It's not really fair to it not acknowledge the fact that there's 2 movies. Heck, there'll probably be 3 movies, like there is one coming out in 2019.
So, what's funny is that, like, there's this one part
where... Also, I just realized on the...
SpongeBob was being insertive and playing not insertive.
That was pretty funny.
And then there's...
My part is the toy truck joke. I don't know why I like it. It has germs on it. And it's funny because Plankton is a germ.
No, he's a plankton.
Yeah.
So, I think it's also really funny, like, the eel guy, how he talks. Well, who said that? Was you?
Yeah. His bike's like this, yo. Hell, the yo on Texas. It's a great episode.
It's also the 3rd episode this season.
Episode 19A. Fools in April. Squidward must apologize to SpongeBob.
After doing a huge prank. Which is actually about halfway through the episode.
Fun fact, Squidward can't apologize. My favorite part, the tongue not having shoes joke. Your shoes untied. April Fools! You don't have any shoes!
They actually made that joke in a later episode. So SpongeBob actually fooled the audience. Like, he put out a big glass and then said April Fools basically to the audience that he was going to drink out of a ton of dirty glasses. So he's basically fooling audiences. No one else.
But sadly, this does suffer through some problems.
Like, Squidward was an unnecessary jerk. And luckily he does say sorry. And the guy, actually, when I watched it again, was kind of fitting to say, April Fool's jerk. But actually, but
like I've already said, I don't like everyone being mad at someone even if they deserve it. Even though Squidward was a jerk, I don't like everyone being angry at him. So, it's an okay. Okay, I should stop teasing at it. It's an okay. Episode 19B, Neptune Spatula. SpongeBob battles Neptune and making Krabby Patties. Forgettable. Okay.
Yeah, so there's
fun fact.
Really much I
time
about it.
Equals effort.
I like how Mr. Krabs says, you can do it, and
then bets all of this money
on Neptune. And so SpongeBob,
when he wins, then it returns to gag.
I believe he pulled a golden spatula out of a rock or something.
And Mr. Krabs is, and everyone's like, yay! And then Mr. Krabs like, I lost a lot of money.
And so then, everybody ate all of Neptune's patties, but then they didn't like them. So apparently SpongeBob is the only one who can make a good Krabby Patty.
Even though Squidward made some good Krabby Patties.
And
So 28A. Hooky. SpongeBob plays with hooks. Fun fact, Mr. Krabs is scared of hooks. Wouldn't you be scared of hooks if you were a fish?
You don't know how lucky you are, says Squidward. And
my favorite part was Patrick's role. He's a pretty funny guy. You'll notice I really like Patrick because his character really got damaged. He used to be my favorite character, but then I realized after Dumped that Patrick never was and never will be a likable idiot.
So, it's funny how he says, "This look dangerous," while he has a ton of fish hooks in his mouth.
That looks pretty dangerous if they pull the sting.
I also like how, the hook that managed to, get SpongeBob was actually controlled by Squidward. That's a nice touch. That ruined this episode? No, it does not.
It's a great episode.
It hooks you in pretty well. So
nice pun.
Also, hooky is something that people would do, like scrape cars.
Also, did you notice the hook and how it seems to be pixely perfect on the top of the dollar? Actually, it's 1 pixel off, and you can't expect me to be very precise, right?
Episode 20B, Man
Barnacle Boy 2. I forgot to write a description for this episode.
But what happens is, he gets a...
I forgot to stretch the whole SpongeBob thing. Don't worry, that problem is definitely fixed in seasons 2 and beyond.
Highlight is the dirty bubble. He shows up.
He's a pretty neat villain.
And the atomic flounder, so what happens in this episode?
If I weren't retired, I'd do that.
And then SpongeBob, what's funny about SpongeBob is that there's this funny joke where the fish person mispronounces his name. He's like, oh man. And then it says, with the life-size Krabby Patty dioramas of Man
Barnacle Boy. And then, hey, he stole my idea.
He's like, oops, it appears I mispronounced the name. It's SpongeBob SquarePants. So then he wins a magic crunch.
It's Cheesehead Brown Pants. You probably wouldn't get that reference until a pretty bad season 5 episode.
So,
this show has gone on for 10 seasons and it's still airing episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy are pretty funnily annoyed at SpongeBob calling them in for unnecessary reasons.
Although, Mermaid Man is pretty calm about it.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty great episode. And a nice way to end the season. Oops, did I let it slip that the season's over? And look at this chart. Just look at it. 26 greats, 5 terribles, 9 okays, and 1 good.
It's actually a lot more diverse than
Pie Guy Rules is. He only had 3 mez, 1 Spongebob, and all the rest were greats.
Which means he has 10 more greats than we do.
Wait, did I say 3 mez or 2 mez? Good, because that's how many he had. Anyway, sadly, with this chart, though, that makes it add up to only a good season.
Don't worry,
there will be better seasons, though. Anyway, here are our top 5. Number 5, Bubble Stand. A pretty classic.
It's still pretty funny.
Number 4, Plankton. Although if I can change this, I'd probably put Rock Bottom because I haven't put it. Or like I didn't put it on the top 5.
Plankton is a pretty fun episode, but not very memorable. And Rock Bottom is actually pretty funny.
So I would probably put Rock Bottom here. Number 3, SB129.
Despite the
Shredder Room joke, it's a pretty nice time travel episode. A pretty classic one. Number 2,
the Krusty Krab pizza is.
It's called Pizza Delivery, not the Krusty Krab pizza.
Okay, pizza delivery. It introduces a thing that's never gonna be seen again. And number 1,
Help Wanted. Who could forget about this episode?
Although if I would have changed something, I would have put I don't think I would have put Bubble Stand on it. I think I would have put something else.
Anyway, but here is our bottom 5. And since we had 5 terribles, we have just enough to fit this.
And you might be able to guess which ones they are by the markings.
Anyway, number 5, Pickles.
I
will forever hate this one.
I first thought it was the worst of season 1, but then he changed his mind.
Yeah, I started to realize that it isn't as bad as I thought it was. Anyway, number 4, Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost. Just a pretty boring Squidward
torture episode. Although Squidward is a joke in this episode.
So he does kind of get what he deserves. He's like, do me a favor and stop doing me favors. Oh, it's funny. Number 3, I Was a Teenage Gary. Well, it is still a pretty bad episode. It doesn't deserve as much hate as it gets. Were you going to say something? Number 2, Opposite Day. He would probably put this one on number 1, but I don't hate it as much as he does. I just don't. Number 1, Jellyfishing. Forget about what we have to say. Let's hear about just how great this episode is.
Break out them jellyfishing nets because it's time for episode 3A, Jellyfishing. When Squidward gets injured, Spongebob and Patrick try to give him the best day ever by taking him jellyfishing. Fun fact, Patrick says, "Merry Christmas," although technically he shouldn't know about Christmas until the Christmas episode. My favorite part? Patrick accidentally torturing Squidward through the entire episode. But was it torture for us to watch? No, it's a good episode. The whole Spongebob and Patrick accidentally torturing Squidward thing is hilarious, especially in this episode. Squidward's reactions and Spongebob and Patrick being ignorant to it all is just really funny. Ladies and gentlemen, hide your Krabby Baddies.
He must really love this.
Yeah.
Anyway, that one, this. Good. Bye.